Logan is directed by James Mangold and stars Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine One Last Time. And the film follows the Wolverine, or Logan, in the year 2029. The X-Men are no more, and Logan is taking care of an ailing Professor Xavier when suddenly a young girl named Laura shows up in Logan's life. It is then Logan's responsibility to get Laura to safety while also avoiding a group of mercenaries called the Reavers. Now, it shouldn't be any surprise to people that this is one of my most anticipated films of this year. We are getting a film based off of Old Man Logan. A very loose adaptation, but an adaptation nonetheless. Now look, I'm just gonna get right into it, guys. The bar has been set, and the bar has been set astronomically high. I absolutely loved everything about this film. This film is so different from any other X-Men film that we have had so far. This was a massive risk for Fox, and it paid off perfectly. But, a few critics are saying, oh, well, it wasn't that big of a risk. It's a lot of the same stuff. We have seen a lot of this before. Yes, we have seen comic book films take this more independent approach before with films like A History of Violence, but we have never seen them taken with a superhero as beloved as Logan, and it paid off massively. This is a brutal film looking into the psyche of one of the most iconic characters in the X-Men franchises and one of the most beloved film characters of all time. Hugh Jackman has been playing this role incredibly for 17 years. He never phones it in. Even in a bad movie, he's probably the best part of it. And this film is no exception. Hugh Jackman was one of the shining characters in this film. We see him in this film, a broken, beaten down man who's dying in front of our eyes. A man that was once invincible is now vulnerable. And Hugh Jackman plays that so well. And Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier in this film was another standout. This is a sick Professor Xavier that can really no longer control his powers. Think about that for a second. If you know the Xavier character, that's terrifying. And the X-23 character in this film, this little girl named Laura, the girl who played her was so good. Usually when you get a character in these films that's a small kid, they tend to get a little bit annoying, but that never happens with her. She kicks almost as much ass as Hugh Jackman does in this film, and she was fantastic in the role. And this isn't your standard superhero film. Like I said, Fox took a risk with this. This isn't a superhero film. This is a modern neo-western with these superheroes in it. It's a very independent feeling movie with a slightly larger budget than an independent film, but they really went for that tone and they nailed it perfectly. And this film goes for it when it gets its R rating, and it earns it. This is brutal, bloody, nothing is held back. This is the Wolverine we want to see, the one that has no qualms of going up to a guy, slashing him into about 1,000 little bits, and then just leaving the bits on the side of the road for someone else to find and wonder what the fuck just happened. And a lot of people were worried about this, but the X-Men comics used in this film completely work. A lot of people were worried that, oh, look at this, they're putting X-Men comics into the X-Men universe. Is this gonna get really meta like Deadpool did? But no, it doesn't. It actually serves as part of the story, and for me, that part of the story worked really well. I don't really have a negative for this film. Guys, in the end, I absolutely loved Logan. This might just be the best comic book movie of the decade. I'd have to think about that, but that's kind of where I'm leaning right now. Everything in this film worked for me. It blew my expectations out of the water, and it has set the bar not only for comic book films, but just for film in general this year. Logan gets an A+. Guys, it's good to be back. I know you guys didn't get anything last week, but hopefully this review makes up for that, and next week, look out for my review of Kong Skull Island. Did you guys see Logan? What did you think? Comment below, let me know, and if you guys like this, you can like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.